Hey everybody, I am super excited to share this review of the Mila.Jito Mirus Puffy Bag. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're interested, my channel goes over in-depth reviews every 2 weeks of various bags. They range from Lululemon to Coach, Louis, and this is my first time covering a Mila.Jito bag. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, let's talk about why I bought this bag. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. So originally, I wanted a Birkin. I mean, everybody considers the Birkin to be like a holy grail bag. So back in February earlier this year, I got a chance to experience a Birkin 30 in person when I went to Fashion Files New York location. It's a flagship store. So they gave me the Birkin to look at. It was a gold size 30 with perennial leather. So the first thing I noticed was it was super difficult to open, and you had to undo the straps from this metal hardware, and then you had to lift it up over this hinges, and then you had to undo the flap, and it was just a lot of fiddling. And for me, I like to have bags that are easy to open, easy to close. Like, that matters a lot to me. And then on top of that, like the look of the bag, when you see other people carrying it, they have the flap tucked in and then the straps are kind of hanging out, or sometimes they'll put it inside the hardware hooks, but I didn't really I didn't care for that look. So I decided the Birkin was not for me. And plus, it's like, to buy one in person from Hermès, you have to spend a lot of money on their accessories just to earn the privilege of buying one of these bags, you know. And I think the best way, if you really want to go that route and get a Birkin, is to buy it from a resale site, and you're gonna pay double the price, or maybe even like triple sometimes. But I think that's probably the better way to go than buying all this useless accessories that you may not even really want. But with that said, you know, the way the Birkin looked when, you know, and opening and closing it, it just wasn't a fan. So I took it off my list. And the same thing goes for the Kelly. So I discovered Lily and her brand, Mila.Jito, last year, and I started following her on Instagram. So I was watching her produce these amazing, beautiful bags using a saddle stitch method, which is the same method that Hermès uses. And it's really amazing to see her start a bag, but from scratch, and then towards the end, you get this final product. And it's like this amazing experience to see this bag come to life. So I used my Hermès Birkin savings account, and I decided to get one of these instead, because this is just such an amazing design. You've got this Mirus, the M here with this contrast stitching. The opening is a magnetic closure, which I'll show later on in this video. And this is not only like a beautiful piece of art, but it's also functional and wearable. And in my opinion, there is nothing better than that. And I will go into detail on the strap. It also has a crossbody strap and an M harness that goes over. So I'll show all of that later in the video. So I placed this order, and you know, I couldn't be happier. I am so happy that I went with this bag instead of a Birkin. Seriously. It's to the point where I love this already so much that I am going to have another savings account for a second one of these. Probably, I don't know, maybe another year. We'll see. And with that, let's take a look at this bag. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the details of this bag. So I chose perennial leather, and the padding here for the puffy look is extremely difficult to shape by hand, is what I'm told. And the warping process, because it comes in and out, is even more difficult because perennial leather is non-stretch, so that was a challenge. And also I was told that the stitching here in the shape of the M from start to finish, because it's supposed to end in the same spot, that was also very difficult. So this was not an easy bag for Lily to make. and the stitching is absolutely perfect. Take a look at this. So when Lily sent over the samples of the color swatches on the leather, I really loved how this merino leather feels. It's really soft, super smooth, and it will patina and get scratches, but if you have like superficial scratches on the leather, I'm trying to find one, like over here you can kind of see like a light scratch. You can rub your finger over it and it should kind of buff out. But I'm not afraid of scratches and the patina because, you know, handbag is meant to be used, so I want to give it a well-loved, lived-in look. So I couldn't decide on one single color because I really love this dark red burgundy, and I'm also obsessed with this like golden brown color. So for days I was just agonizing over what color I wanted this bag to be. And my husband was like, well, why don't you just reach out to Lily and ask if she'd be interested in doing a tri-colored bag. So I did, and she said yes. I was like super excited. So the handle is like a chocolate brown. So this is a gold, and then this is dark red burgundy. I mean, how beautiful is that? So you can also ask for, you know, a color of the hardware, the threading, like what color you want the stitches to be. So I went with white because I love the contrast stitching. And then the bottom has feet. I chose gold. So this is nice. So the leather doesn't, you know, the bottom of the bag doesn't touch the floor. So I think that's kind of nice. So this is my first bespoke bag, and I had a concern about the crossbody strap that goes on the harness, that it would be too long for me in length because I'm only 4 feet 11. But she took my height and she's like, don't worry, I'll just make it accordingly to your height. So super grateful about that. So let's take a look at this. This size, it's a small bag, but I want to give you some measurements. So this is approximately 10.5 inches wide. The height is about 8 3/4, and the depth is about 4, just about a little over 4. So without the strap and the harness, this bag weighs 1 pound 9 ounces. When you put the strap and the harness on, which I'll show, it weighs just about 2 pounds. So just to give you a size comparison, this is my iPad 11-inch, and this is just about the size of the bag. I mean, it's a little bit bigger because the top does come up a little bit higher, but just to give you some kind of a reference. So it's about the size of an iPad 11 here. Okay. So I want to show how this bag opens and closes. So here I'm going to undo this buckle. Okay. And then I'll redo it over here. So what you do is you put your fingers here and you gently just kind of like push it open. I was doing it at an angle, so it took a little bit more time. So I was told that to keep this bag in shape, you have to keep these airbags in it when you're not using the bag, so it doesn't smush. And you have to store it upright as well. So here's how it closes. So it's completely magnetic, and it is so cool. So I love that. So the functionality of this bag is great. So the inside is lined with leather, and I chose that as well. And then on one side of this bag is a zippered pocket. So you can store, like, I don't know, some receipts, some credit cards, or what have you in there that you want to put. So I really love this red lining. And again, this is how you close it. This is how you open it. See? Very easy. You're not messing around, you're not fussing and fiddling with straps and all that. So I think this is really great design. So I want to talk about the handles for a moment. These are rolled, and this contrast stitching is amazing. So it feels very comfortable when you're holding it like this. Like, I have really small hands, and it is a comfortable grip for me. And it feels really great whether you hold it here or over here. Nothing digs in, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, so I want to show what fits inside this bag. So I have this small notebook here. It's kind of like the same size as one of those moleskin notebooks. So that'll fit right in, and you can see it still has a little bit of extra room at the top. So it could fit like a small notebook, which is kind of nice. I have this pouch here, sunglasses. This is an iPhone 15. This is my keys. I have a card case and my inhaler, mints, a pill box, which I really need to start taking my pills again, and this hair clip. So let's see. Yep, closes perfectly. I just love the sound of that close. Did you hear that? Let me do it again. I'm like obsessed. I love it. So yeah, after I fill everything in, it does feel a little heavy, but honestly, like for my everyday, I don't carry this much stuff. I just kind of threw in as much as I could to show you that it can carry a lot, but normally I wouldn't even carry that notebook in here. So it would just be like, you know, everything else that you see. So it fits quite a bit for a small size bag. And plus, you don't want to carry too much because then it's not good for your shoulders. So there you go. So this is the last thing I wanted to show. This is the M harness that fits over the bag, and you have to have the crossbody strap already attached to the position that you prefer for the length. So I played around with it and I settled on the 4th hole here on both sides. So let's see how this goes on. Lily did send a video to show how to put it on, and it's actually not too bad. And if you're interested in seeing mod shots, I will have more photos of how to wear it, how it looks on me, and that'll be on my blog post. And I'll also cover how the order process is for this bag, and I'll go into detail like the steps that it took from the first conversation I had with Lily all the way to when I got the bag. So I'll go over that in complete detail. And here it is. So this is how it looks. What do you guys think of this bag? I think it is gorgeous. It is so stunning in person, and it's such an amazing experience to see the bag come to life. If you can, I would highly recommend getting this bag. I have zero regrets picking this over an Hermès Birkin. The quality is insane, and she really cares about her clients and their needs and their preferences. So I can't say enough at how much I love working with Lily. So if you're looking for a good quality bag, definitely check her out. I'm going to have her Instagram and her website linked in my description. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, and see you next time. Take care.